Deck check! Welcome back to the first and only unscripted, unsupervised, unhinged 10-minute testing ripoff, and today we are taking a look at a deck that a lot of people are mad at me about. Yeah, there's a sort of like long-winded explanation of why the Odion cards did not make it into Maze of the Master, everything you need to know. The short version is, I didn't really have a lot of time. It was a little more confusing than I was hoping it would be. I couldn't get a good handle on it in the amount of time I had. And then at the very last second, I got a sore throat, so I didn't really have the ability to record something. But I did keep my eye on it because I did want to go over it in some sort of video. I was going to maybe make like a YouTube short about it or something like that. But now the deck has a few regional tops, I thought it best to do just a deck check on it where we can see the deck in action and maybe talk about what has been discovered with it now the people have the cards in their hands. Because that was the major disconnect, is that not a lot of people had really taken a crack at it and posted their findings yet when I was trying to get Maze of the Master out the door. And one big thing is that early on we kind of assumed that the major thing you would want to do with the Man with the Mark and the Circuit on board was make Silo Hat Rabbit, because we were still thinking about this deck as largely a trap monster deck, when in reality the best thing to do with two effect monsters is, and always will be, Moon of the Closed Heaven. This is a deck that got first place at the Philadelphia Regional just last night at time of recording, fresh hot off the presses, and we're going to see all together if this really is the best take on the deck so far. And making its long-awaited return to deck check, we do have food. We got these tacos. Who's ready? We're gonna start with this one. Fuck, that's good. Some good shit. Shit, we lose. Oh, we do have Droll Purge. We're going first. Okay. Treasure's not the optimal open. We'll be doing it. Your treasures get... Man. Normal the man. Fuck, we lose. Alright. Now this isn't so bad because we already have the Apophis setup. What we're missing out on here is we can't get to the Apophis fusion, but we'll still have the negate. We'll live. We'll probably live. I mean, they did make us go first, so I'm actually not that optimistic about what's going to happen here. Maybe we should have shotgun Serpent in, like, draw phase. Because maybe they'll just Lightning Storm us here. Nightmare Throne. That's fine. We'll set up Swamp Deity right now before anything else happens. Then we'll droll them. They could just destroy from deck, though, and then we can't droll. Yeah, they're doing that. Fuck. Alright. So now they get to do Phantom. They're doing this first. That's fine, because now we can droll with impunity. And they can't activate the opening that they search. Because the search on opening is mandatory. Talents. Look at hand. I kind of don't care. My hand is not really important right now. They're probably going to get rid of Slayer. The Treasures doesn't do that much on follow-up. Yeah. If they had chosen to take, I would have had to use Swamp Deity, because that turns off, if they take Serpent, I can't use Swamp Deity anymore. I can use it, it doesn't do anything. Make Yama, can't search. I wonder if they forgot that they can't search and they're currently looking at the board like, why can't I do that? The deck check situation is wild, that's true. Not making Phantom yet. Did not read the man with the mark. They could have gotten just 1,000 damage in if they wanted. But they did not read it. Super Poly. Alright, can't stop this, obviously. We go for Mud Dragon. Oh my god, my dragon! I've made the same mistake while playing Odion. L? There's their Phantom. On the follow-up, we do already have treasures with 2 sets set up, so we can just get like Circuit, probably. Little Knight, probably getting rid of one of the back row because they know we have the treasures. If they... No, yeah. So we need another thing to set. I guess we could just activate the treasures to get the Apophis. That works too. But do I want to do that? Do I want to set this or do I want to just activate it to get the... It's a question of whether I'm doing the Fiendsmith line before or after. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can get Circuit. We can get Circuit or we can get Man. We also have Anubis. Maybe we get Anubis. That's the other thing, is actually we hit... Wait, hold on, let me show you this. Because we can activate another copy. Because it's a new turn. They are trying to... They have selected to SP away their own board. Holy fuck, guys. They have chosen to, they've chosen for their play, they shall be banishing their own end board. Holy fuck. It's the Gunch. Summon Spirit. Spirit can set Pain from deck. It can't activate it, so we're not under Pain. Yeah, just adding it to hand to keep it safe from removal. The man with the mark. Now we can activate Tract. We are fucking Fiendsmith cracked. Summon this thing. Activate Quiem. Lacrima, Mill, Engraver. Engraver, come back. And I could just Engraver send this. I think we have game, so it's probably right to just do that. The alternative is we make Necroquip, make these two into Wave High King, negate the Spirit of Yubel, attack over it, it triggers to summon, we negate the activation. But I think it's game without that, so... I don't know, I'm not doing the calc yet. Only cowards do the calc. They also have Yama engraved. Yeah, they just left. Alright, let's go. Fuck. Let's go. Alright. If you ask this Anubis, I will kill myself. It's fine. It's fine because we have Temple plus Serpent. In any other situation, these are two things we don't want to draw. But together, they form an actual sort of combo in this situation. Drawing the two one-ofs does actually kind of work. Because now, for the first time today, we will be making Divine Serpent Apoopis. How is main deck Slayer unevenly? My understanding is that we're playing those as more ways to have something to set, so that Treasures is online to search a monster. Like, a lot of people see that effect and assume they're supposed to play, like, a whole ton of trap cards, like Karma Cannon, Solemn Strikes, but you don't really have the room to... I'm thinking here for a second. I'm thinking if I want to negate this, because I can go chain 1, chain 2, summon, set, summon Apophis, it sees this Apophis. Depends if I want to keep the pop. I think we probably should. 1. But yeah, a lot of people see that you need a second set card somewhere and assume, like, they want you to play a bunch of trap cards. But in reality, probably the better way to do that is just, like, the way I talked about it was that the way I've talked about it is that this deck is like White Forest. It doesn't look like White Forest, but it's like White Forest in that you need the starter plus a spell or trap. And once you look at it that way, you're like, oh, right, I get it now. It just makes so much sense all of a sudden. I think we're good to do this. Because we can negate the ice. Divine Serpent, pop the ice. But yeah, when you look at it that way, that's when it kind of clicks that it makes more sense to just play board breakers to fill that role. Okay, they had the sword. What did you want me to do? They had sword. Nah, yeah. See, when you get interrupted like this, it's a little hard to make more than just a couple interruptions, and then you've got to like really be good at reading your opponent to use those interruptions wisely. This has got like fried cheese at the top. They look like tater tots, but I think it's cheese in there. Mmm. Sexaton. That's what you want to see. Good news is they can't make Requiem. Plug in. Perfect. They need an IP trap monster type guy. Like, I'm not seeing the vision there. What are you, like, trying to do with that? Like, now we make Duo Drive. We've already gone through plugins, so we can't get back the node. What's the plan? Something to do with those trap bodies on their turn. I guess I get what you're saying. Get X'd and cross. They've already used X'd. So is the end board just going to be cross pass? I'm failing to see where Detonator is coming from here. Bonfire. No, and they're going to battle because they think they can do damage here, which they cannot do. It's frankly not an opt. It's frankly not involved. Anubis pop shouldn't be a once per turn. You could go all day saying every little thing that could be just slightly better about Odion. Or you could move on with your life. Can you summon this more than once per turn? I think you can, right? Okay, we're gonna start with Ulti Slayer, get rid of the Duo Drive. Aggregator, negate the Exciton, so even if we get to battle phase and he's still there, that doesn't do anything. Activate a Poop Hiss. They really called this shit the Cum Piss. Put these on the bottom. Summon a Poop Hiss. Oh, that's the problem, is we can summon it twice per turn, but we need a minimum of 3 to put back 2. So we need there to still be... Oh my fucking god, I want to beat this deck. I want to strangle it like Homer Simpson. You could go all day. Go all day naming every little thing that's wrong with this deck. Or you can move on with your fucking life. Set the fucking Serpent. Go this thing. Set one from deck. Now Treasures is on. Get Mercscorp. Banish the Last Judge. Yeah, I didn't even realize when I started saying that. I said, I was referring to it as Judge and saying we're banishing the last one, but I just remembered it's literally called The Last Judge. Is it just me or is stream lag? It's been doing a little bit of buffering today. Summon the goddamn serpent. Effect, kill this thing. And they also need to have different names. Did you know that they need to have different names? Frankly, I was unaware that they had to have different names. I didn't realize that. The Last Judge. That's true. Okay. Once again, apparently we were winning that game. I didn't know. You could have fooled me! Would you let the man with the mark crash on your couch for a couple months? You have to go into the test hand section so you can do the combo. Fuck, that's such a good idea. It depends. What if Obama came to your doorstep, hat in hand, and said, "My man with the mark got impermed. Can I chill at your place for a little while, until I get back on my feet, you know?" Alright. I feel like we could just go for 3. Like, they say always 6, but I just got a good feeling. I think we're gonna get Man with the Mark. I think the Man with the Mark is in the top 3. That's just my opinion. This is my honest-to-God, real opinion. There is! This is why I am legitimately, like, running circles around the rest of you guys. You're all eating po' boys with the low boys, and I'm eating broccoli with beef with the commander-in-chief. That's what's going on. You know who you are? You're the 80-year-old unfit ruler. That's who you are. Banish a poo piss. They really called this shit the cum piss. Get temple, activate, Spurpin. Got this thing. And all right, so if we do Silo Hat Rabbit, we won't have a Speller Trap Zone left to set Purge to, so we might just do SP. I think that's like probably an equally valid end board piece. Someone today said, Someone today said Anguish Pattern is shitty Detonator, but shitty Detonator is still Detonator, right? And I think people have to stop saying things like that. Do you know what I mean? Because people are always like, shitty X is still X. Shitty Pankratops is still Pankratops. And it's just not, right? It's just noticeably not that thing. What are you doing? Impulse. Do think we negate that. Summon you. Set another swamp. Boom. Gate. Summon you. Apophis. Kill you. Summon Lacrima. MST is just shitty Duster. Yeah, that's true. Send that thing. I feel like we can do this. Get you. Go infantry. That is pretty annoying. Did not get to use any of Caesar's negates. Okay. We were massively ahead and probably were winning that. But I did want to, but you know, I was just thinking through how we were using each of our interruptions. Because I was thinking like maybe we go Little Knight, tag out Caesar, get rid of the Prince, and then I have a zone open to use the second Swamp Deity. And Caesar won't come back then, because all our zones will be filled. But whatever, I don't need him anymore. So, what I'm noticing about this Odion deck is that it appears very fragile to interruption. Who could have guessed this? The board you can put up with the Odion combo is really cool. It's got some really novel interactions. The ability to use multiple Swamp Deities per turn is really interesting. And the effect of Divine Serpent adding a pop to that equation, having Anguish Pattern for extra pops more than once per turn, as well as what you get from the Fiendspith engine. You could really make something really cool with it, but if you get interrupted, you are ending on like a fraction of that, if anything at all. And that really does just come down to the fact that the combo is pigeonholed into this specific order of searches, and there's not as much flexibility of being able to extend by drawing certain other cards. Every card in this deck has like maybe one or two lines of text that it doesn't need, or it's missing a line of text that it should have. There's just so many random problems with this deck that it's frustrating to talk about. Now you're understanding what I mean when I say I couldn't get like a good grasp on it to talk about it in a concise fashion with the amount of time I had. It's certainly a lot better than fucking Gate Guardian and Flame Swordsman, but it's still just in this really weird position in the metagame that I don't know if it's going to see too much more success in the future. It might be a regional legend for the foreseeable future, but never quite make it past that to a YCS top. But also we're moving into national season, and literally anything can top at Serbian nationals. Thank you for watching, and be sure to join us next time when, on the next deck check, I'm not going to play any Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just gonna jerk off into the camera. That's what we're going to do.